What's going on, Wait Baby family? Welcome back to the vlog. Guys, lately I've been making videos to help pre-dent students. I figured what better way to help a pre-dent than talk to one directly. So I started this new series called Conversations with a Pre-Dent. I want you guys to meet Shiv. Shiv, introduce yourself. If you're new to the Wait Baby family, welcome. Subscribe down below to stay updated with weekly videos. If you like the video, put a thumbs up, comment below, and also share.
Hi guys, my name is Shiv Patel. I'm a senior at University of Houston. I majored in health promotion with a minor in psychology, and I'll be applying to dental school this cycle.
Now we're gonna start to get into some questions.
How many places should you generally volunteer?
The quick answer to your question is as many places as you can. You know, you wanna get a rotation. You want to go experience pediatrics. Pediatrics was the first job for me that I got an experience in. Senior in high school, at a pediatric office, I would go to school during the day and then or during the whole week. And then I would go to, the work like Friday evenings. And then from there, I went to oral surgery, right? And oral surgery, I ended up currently at the practice I am now, on and off for the past 4 years since 2016, which has pediatrics and general dentistry in the same building under one roof. So I get to experience out of both of them. But listen, if you want to go into a profession such as dentistry, go get your feet wet as much as possible. You want to experience all of what dentistry has to offer. And then through that, you filter out, oh, like, I like this, I like that, I don't really like this. And bro, if you're going to dedicate the rest of your life to a field, shadowing is great and all, but to be honest, to go in for 2 hours and stand there and just watch someone do something is not really getting the life. Like, apply to as many places as possible and work there. Why work? Because you want to see how it is, the life. Like, can you go in from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day? Can you deal with patients? Can you get hands-on? Can you deal with last-minute situations? And that's what the beauty of the different like exposure to different fields are. So don't be limited. Like, even on applications, admissions directors will tell you, they'll tell you, listen, whatever you've done, put it on there. The more, the better.
So my next question is, do dental schools look at where you attended undergrad? For example, if you went to an easier school or a harder school, do they take that into consideration?
Shiv, 100% no. It does not matter where you come from. It does not matter, what name of a school you go to. Literally, out of high school, it's society that is like, oh, you got to go to college. You got to go to like this best university. It's just a marketing name game. It doesn't matter, man. You can go to community college for the first 2 years, get your prerequisites out the way, and then go to a 4-year institution and get all your prerequisites for dental school out the way. Doesn't matter where you go, but you definitely want to excel in your classes. You definitely want to give it your all in those classes. So the name of the university doesn't matter. The name doesn't matter. What you get in the classes does matter. And the classes are all the same anywhere you go. Just like how dental school, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what school you go to. You're going to be a dentist, But quality of education, now that's a different topic. Quality of education, different schools teach differently. There's different reputations for different fields of education. So you definitely want to go to a school that maximizes your potential to being the best that you can be, right? But regarding the name and what school you go to, classes are all the same wherever you go.
Okay. So as for extracurriculars, can you do anything that you love to do in your free time?
100%. Another thing, like admissions, even at Tufts Dental School, the admissions director told us directly, they're like, listen, if you've picked up trash on the beach, write it down. If you've done anything, write it down. The more you have, the better. They want to see that not only can you do dental related things, but you're diverse as a person, that you have a life outside of school, that you can play an instrument, There's a manual dexterity question on your application, under the personal information. A lot of people don't even notice that question. Okay, they skip through it because it's not even required, but fill it out. and it asks, what have you done that improves your manual dexterity? Okay, guitar, your mechanic, you like to cook, all of your hobbies, whatever they might be, the more the better, okay? Because listen, everyone has good grades. Everyone has a good DAT when applying to dental school, for the most part. Everyone's competitive. So that one little extra thing could put you over the edge and put you in. So whatever it might be, do it. I've met people who are business majors and, apply to dental school and get in. And I've met people who do completely other things, apply to dental school, get in, right? So listen, anything you do, any extracurricular that you're into, write it down. Write it down.
What are your tips on having a personal statement that stands out?
All right, first of all, personal statements, when you write it, be you, be original, be different. Write a story. They love stories, okay? There's a certain expectation for personal statements and guidelines that you can't write 8 pages. It has to be pretty short, sweet, simple. This is a page and a little bit more, a page and a half maybe. But in the beginning, the first draft, you write a story that's unique to you. Put all your thoughts down, just write and write and write. And then through your revisions, file it down to, get it closer to those recommendations, okay? Those criteria and the guidelines, okay? Another big thing, share your personal statement with people to review it. The more qualified individuals that review your personal statement gives you a better perspective. I'm not saying to change your story, but regarding the revision of how it's formatted and written, if you can increase your vocabulary or take this sentence away or this isn't necessary, follow that. The more people, qualified individuals like your administrative office, right? Teachers, even students who are in dental school who are good, with writing, or your friends, give it to them, have them read it. I went to Barry University for my master's, and I thought my personal statement was pretty good because I applied already first time, The admissions director read it and she completely destroyed it, right? She literally destroyed the whole paper. I had to start from originally because, dude, you know how many stories of people are out there? I fell in love with dentistry when I went to the orthodontics. When I got braces, dude, you know how many stories are written on a yearly basis? Tufts alone gets 6,000 applicants. You know how many of those applicants have the same story? Be different, be unique, write your own story and be honest. Be honest. My story had nothing to do in the beginning with dentistry, nothing. And it led over a series of events. It was a story to the end result of where we are now. All right. So the hardest part is getting started with a personal statement. Stick to your guns, stick to your heart, be honest, and write what really got you into dentistry. All right. Really be honest about that. And listen, if it was the orthodontist, if it was your first experience, all right, as long as you're honest, go ahead and write it. Be honest with it though. And be unique. And the crazy thing is you want to be precise to the point. You don't want to linger. You don't want to just write fluff. We call it fluffing up the paper. No, we don't need fluff. These guys are reading, the admissions directors of these dental schools are reading thousands of papers throughout the cycle, okay? So you got to be to the point and interesting and draw the attention of the reader, all right? From the beginning and then continue on your story from there.
Okay.
So that's to write a really good personal statement, be honest, be raw, be original, stick to your story. And at the end, when you think you've gotten a good paper, review. Give it to your administrative directors, your teachers, parents, whatever it might be, for people to read it and revise it. And it's going to get to a point where you're this is it. This is the final result. And I'm happy with it.
Okay. I was volunteering up until the point COVID-19 hit. Do you think we can add things up until the deadline? And will they be more lenient when it comes to activities outside of academics?
So when it comes to COVID-19, okay, there are a lot of restrictions that dental offices have put in place, even if they're open, to limit exposure to, patients who have, possibly having a chance of COVID-19 or in general. They have a lot of precautions. I know here in our office, we all got tested. You know, we have full PPE equipment. We have curbside waiting rooms. So they just have a lot of protocols in place. And they're definitely, a lot of them are right now, aren't like, oh yeah, you know, come in, shadow, like at this point in time. So yeah, that's a struggle in the dental volunteering shadowing area. But regarding other volunteer works, I know multiple organizations right now during COVID-19 that are giving back to the community, whether it's food, whatever it might be, donations. So get involved in that. Okay, everything is equal. Doesn't matter if you're volunteering the homeless shelter or volunteering in dental office, it both carries equal weight. Okay, nothing is more important than the other. So the point of the thing is, don't stay stagnant, don't stay bored, always be on the move, always be on the next opportunity, and always stay involved, because the one thing they do not like, dental schools, is wasting time. What have you done this year? You know, what have you done different? When was your most recent volunteer work? The more recent, the better, because it shows consistency. It shows that you've been volunteering from 2014, it's 2020, and you've consistently been doing this. So what does that mean? That means it's part of you. That means it's something you always do. That means it's in your heart. That means you're about that life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and then I believe once you submit your application, you can't really add any more volunteer works or stuff in that nature. The thing you can upgrade is your grades.
I was just wondering because like since COVID-19 and stuff, I thought maybe we could add past the deadline or something.
Once you submit, it's game over.
Okay.
And which is understandable, because at this point, if you're ready to apply to dental school, you should have it all. You should be well-rounded, you know? But just because you apply, don't quit. Don't stop doing that, because what if you don't get in?
Right.
What if you don't get in? Keep on doing it. Keep on being involved with the community. Get your hands into whatever you possibly can. Be diverse. Diversify your portfolio. And once, you know, the conditions go back to normal, hopefully soon, hop into the dental office. Do volunteer works with dental offices and stay involved, you know? And no matter what you can do, continue doing. Even like a lot of dental schools are very big into giving back to their community, giving dental care back to their community. So these are the things they look for.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that leads to my last question. So what happens if you don't get in first round, and what do you think you should do in that gap year?
All right, so I didn't get in the first round. I applied 2017, okay? I didn't get in. I applied to like literally, I think 23 schools. Didn't get into a single one of them, okay? If you don't get in, there's a problem, okay? Whether it's with your DAT, whether it's with your GPA, even as simple as your volunteer shadowing hours or your personal statement. And Shiv, to be honest with you, bro, like no one ever knows what that reason is. Obviously, like me, I had a 2.7 GPA overall. I was very optimistic that I will like cross the 20 on my DAT, which I got a 15, and that was it. Like, all right, they're not gonna accept a 2.7 GPA with a 15 DAT. So I was out of that cycle, okay? Keep on working. You got to keep on striving. Even when you get into dental school, you got to keep on going. So in your year when you're off or you don't get in, be productive. Either go into an office and work, either study for your DAT and take it again if you need a higher score. Do what you can. Give back to your community. Stay engaged, stay involved, whether it's in academics or it's in the community and your volunteer work and shadowing. Do something. Don't just sit at home and do nothing. Do something. You know, work. And once applications come again, say, wow, this guy or this girl did all these extra things in a year. You know, that's impressive.
Well, that's it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, Shiv. I hope you guys found this video informative and helpful. I'm going to continue doing this as much as possible. So if you're a pre-dental student and you have questions for me, please contact me through Instagram or comment below and I'll contact you and we'll set up a conversation to help other students gain the knowledge that they need and the help that they need to get to the next level. We're always in there, baby. I love you guys. Peace.